Hello, everyone. This is Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, the Disrupt Meister. Welcome to the One Bitcoin Show. Today is May the 10th. 2018, strong hand, long-term thinking. Oh, have a really strong hand today, right, guys? Right? Anyway, tomorrow, This Week in Bitcoin, 2 p.m. Eastern Time. That is 11 a.m. in Los Angeles, 11 a.m. in Seattle, where I am right now. Trace Mayer will be on, Giacomo Zucco, and Lorian Gamaroff. That is 7 p.m. in London. Tomorrow, Friday, 2 p.m. in New York City and 8 p.m. in Johannesburg. All right. And yeah, noon in Denver. So remember, I'm Bitcoin Meister on Steemit. I'm TechBalt, TECHBALT on Twitter. Check out the link section below. Everything I talk about in this video will be linked to below, including the link to the Seattle meetup tomorrow at 5 p.m. Friday, 5 p.m. Seattle time. Come on out, dudes. It's in Queen Anne. The link is below. Gary told me all about it. Thank you so much, Gary, for telling me about this event, for giving me a ride today, for hanging out with me tomorrow. We're going to go, Gary and I, you're going to meet Gary too. You're going to meet this awesome guy. Come out to the meetup to meet Gary. And there's going to be some guy named Adam Meister from Baltimore there too. But Gary is who you want to meet, dude. He's in Seattle and then, he's been to this meetup before. And it's not just Bitcoin. I'm prepared. There are going to be people talking altcoins. Dude, at least there'll be people talking cryptocurrency. I love it. I am pumped to see you all tomorrow. Seattle, 5 p.m. It's linked to below. Meet Gary. Hey, Vention MGTOW, are you watching this? You should come to this. All right. Because Vention MGTOW is somewhere in the state of Washington, maybe, or on the west coast of the United States, maybe. Who knows where Vention is? Pound that like button for secret Vention MGTOW. And look at this, Frank Castadini, straight out of San Francisco, sent $5 just now in the Super Chat. Keep up the good work. Shout out from Frank, the realtor in San Francisco. Always be closing, Frank. Always be closing on those houses in San Francisco. Dude, the real estate there, out of control. If Frank sells one house, oh my God, he can get a lot of Bitcoin once he sells a house. And he's from what I know, he's a great realtor. He's out there in the community in San Francisco. And I want Frank, and I've discussed this with Frank before, I think hooking up the realtor people in San Francisco with Bitcoin is a great combination. And the guys out in San Francisco really got to learn about, a lot of guys out there don't have wives, obviously. They got to get into Bitcoin. It's perfect for a lot of guys in San Francisco, Bitcoin. Just something to do with their excess. They shouldn't be keeping their money in the bank. If you're a guy in San Francisco, go, if you already got your nice big house in whatchamacallit, in the Tenderloin or in the Castro or whatever, go get some Bitcoin, dudes. All right. And Gary can tell you about Bitcoin and real estate, obviously. Thank you, not Gary, Frank. Thank you, Frank, for the $5 in San Francisco. Thank you, Gary in Seattle. I hope I'm not confusing Frank and Gary. They should meet each other. I think they'd be friends. All right, so what else? I have just talked about things that a lot of people don't want to. This is how the Meister Show goes. You don't know what is going to happen in this show. Let's talk about Mt. Gox real quick. But it is predictable what happens when the words Mt. Gox get thrown around the cryptosphere or whatever you want to call it. First of all, last night, right after I did my show, I checked my Twitter. And you got to follow me on Twitter, TechBalt, TECHBALT, but there's always news coming out on there. And this great guy, Stanton Cruz, tweets out that while Coinbase is down for maintenance this hour, the Mt. Gox trustee moves another 8,000 plus of Mt. Gox victims, Bitcoin and Bcash. Now, what he did, so people look at what this trustee does, and I give Stanton Cruz a lot of credit for keeping his eye on this dude because he broke the story. Well, the story started, seeping out throughout today. And clearly there was a point where those where the speculators, they're like, oh, I heard the word Mt. Gox. Time to sell. Time to get those weak hands scared. The word Mt. Gox is out there. Better sell because it always works. The 80%ers always, they hear the words Mt. Gox. This is so predictable. Not until this Japanese trustee dude gets rid of all of the Bitcoin and the Bcash and whatever, until Mt. Gox is erased from having anything to do with holding any Bitcoin, are we going to have to? I mean, we're going to have to deal with this every time. In terms of fiat, the price will go down if there's a story about Mt. Gox. So that's why you have to have a really strong hand and not be a flipper, not be a trader, because you don't know when the next Mt. Gox story is going to come out. I mean, there will be a few more of them though. So again, strong hand, guys. You value your wealth in Bitcoin. You don't care what it's worth in fiat. You think about the 2020 halving. So here, ignore Mt. Gox, 2020 halving, focus 20. Long-term thinking, don't be impulsive. You're like Pavlov's dog, the 80%ers. They're like Pavlov's dog. They start drooling when they hear Mt. Gox. It's just drool, let's sell, let's do it. No, don't sell when you hear the word Mt. Gox, for God's sakes, because it bounces back every time. The speculators, the institutional investors buy your Bitcoin for cheap. You end up with no Bitcoin, but a fond memory of salivating when you hear the words Mt. Gox. All right. So the great Carpe Noctum. Oh, he's been on my show before. He'll be back soon, hopefully. He tweeted out, Robinhood just raised $363 million. Whoa. Now it plans to rival Coinbase in crypto trading. Okay. That is interesting. Yeah, Coinbase does need some more legitimate competitors. And then Robinhood actually tweets $363 million in a new round of funding led by DST Global at a $5.6 billion valuation. So I guess they value them at I mean, didn't even pay attention when I first wrote all this out. So they value Robinhood as a $5.6 billion company. Okay. Correct me if I'm wrong on that, guys. All right. So that's interesting. Check out the links below if you want to read more about those kind of things. Oh, something I forgot to say on Thursday. My buddy up in the northern reaches of Norway, the business that he's starting, and you can check out yesterday's show. It's linked to below. Check out all the archives of all my old shows. But yesterday's show, I mentioned this dude. He's in such northern Norway that he's east of Finland. He's near Russia. He's like, it's basically what you would consider the middle of nowhere near the Arctic Circle. He's starting his own cryptocurrency company. He's going to call it Gold and Hold. I forgot to tell you that part. And he's inspired by this show. He heard Gold and Hold here. Now he's going to use it. So that dude is awesome. You can check him out. He's linked to in yesterday's show. So check out yesterday's show. I'm just reading over some things, making sure I didn't skip anything. Yeah, conformity in the present is invisibility in the future. All right, what do we have here? 133 quotes from Bitcoin Standard by Safieddine Amos. I butchered his name. This Medium post is incredible. It's 133 quotes from this dude's book. And this guy, he is quite a Bitcoin maximalist. He's a smart dude. And this other dude finds 133 awesome quotes from his book and shares them all. You could create many shows about all of these quotes. I mean, it is a plethora of glorious Bitcoin quotes. Check it out. Obviously, I'm not quoting any of them right now because I don't have time. There are 133 of them. I wouldn't read all 133 of them. Okay. But you should read all 133 of them. I was inspired and entertained. If you ever have a weak hand, read those quotes. Oh my God, strong hand. Pound that like button right this second. Subscribe to this channel. And yeah, check out the links below. And yeah, hang out in Seattle tomorrow, 5 p.m. All right, so Brian over at the UK Bitcoin Master, he has a new Steemit post out there. He talks about FUD and the 80% and the 20%, a lot of the things that I talk about. And I like Steemit. I like Steamy. If you're a content producer, you can put your stuff up there. Hey, and I don't agree with all the stuff up there. In fact, some people put complete nonsense up there. I was just at Steam It, and because I'm live on there right now with my show. And there's some dude that has a post that says that the Zionist Jews are erasing the white man's history and giving it to the black man. Again, do you know what a Zionist even is? First of all, most of the people who start blaming the Zionist Jews on everything, they don't even know what a Zionist is. Adam Meister is a Zionist Jew. Adam Meister is a proud Zionist Jew. I just wanted to put that out there. Now I will explain to you what that means, because 80% no. I don't know how many. So many of you love to get caught up in this conspiracy nonsense. You want to blame. You can't take any personal responsibility. Is a new counterculture. Okay, I'm saying who I am. I take personal responsibility over what I do. You blame the Zionist Jews. A Zionist is a person, and it doesn't have to be a Jew, who believes the Jews have a homeland in the land of Israel. There you go. Very sinister, isn't it? Ooh, they're taking over the world. No, that's what you. So again, that video is about someone just completely confused about life, who wants to blame Jews about everything and says that the Zionist Jews, a very special type of Jew, is erasing the white man's history. Okay, so you can post that kind of stuff on Steam It too, apparently. So again, it's freedom of speech. I'm not here to get the government to shut that down. I'm taking the personal responsibility to inform you what is nonsense and what is not nonsense. Hey, and if you want to believe that kind of stuff, believe it. But you better believe one thing. The guy looking right at you right now is a Zionist Jew. Long live the land of Israel. All right. Home of the Jews eternally. Remember it. So back to, and that was a Steam It topic, so it had to do with cryptocurrency, right? We can talk about that and beyond Bitcoin also. And it's also, I love when Jewish people talk like this, because most of you like to say, oh, the Jews, they don't say, they're wimpy, they don't say anything. No, we need more Jews like me to just straight up tell you to your face what you are and what I am. Okay, and what it all means. So, we had Brian we talked about. Oh, Ethereum Classic, Barry Silbert. Is Barry Silbert, is he like me too? I don't know. Okay, so Barry Silbert, Ethereum Classic can now be bought as an ETN, ticker ETCG, similar to the way you can buy Bitcoin through GBTC from Grayscale Investment. We are OWETC and see it reaching. Okay, so this is not Barry Silbert who tweeted this out. This is Fundstrat tweeted this out. He says he sees, I don't even want to say this, ETC reaching $60 by year end, which implies, okay. The point of this is that Barry Silbert has done it again. He's created this fund where you can buy ETC without really owning ETC, just like with the GBTC and BTC. Am I confusing you yet? So this might pump the price of ETC. I haven't seen it happen yet. It gets it to this pseudo mainstream level where people are more comfortable with it. So yeah, congratulations, Ethereum Classic people. We'll see if Barry Silbert is able to pump you this way. Maybe. Okay, beware of buzzwords and the power of marketing for an altcoin is what I'm about to say here, is what this all means. My interpretation of what is out here. Public to service announcement. There is a marketing scheme underway claiming zero confirmation transactions are a feature exclusive of Bcash. Truth is, zero confirmations is a drawback inherent to all distributed proof of work cryptocurrencies. Unconfirmed transactions are very much second-class citizens. So here's what's going on here, people. They put this buzzword out there that means nothing. I mean, it means unconfirmed transactions. Everyone has unconfirmed transactions. But apparently some Bcash people are saying, yo, we have unconfirmed transactions. It's unique. It's awesome. It makes us great. And people are going to buy into this. Newbies are going to buy into this. And when an altcoin has a marketing team, or this is the power of marketing here. You can create a buzzword and make it seem like it's an awesome feature when it's not even a feature. When you don't want an unconfirmed transaction. An unconfirmed transaction is not confirmed. That's not good. But anyway, the 80%, they're going to fall for a lot of things. They're going to be impulsive. They're going to hear, oh, wow, it's got unconfirmed transactions, this Bcash. This is awesome. But this is where the big boys play, okay? It's not, we don't need the government to come in here and say, no, you can't say that, you can't market yourself as an unconfirmed transaction coin and that no other coins have unconfirmed transactions and that unconfirmed transactions are a good thing. No. We need, if we have a problem with that, we can educate people. We can inform people. I'm informing people what this is all about. It's just a big marketing thing, and it just shows you the power of marketing. But this is where the big boys play. The government isn't going to punish anyone for saying that. This is cryptocurrency. Anything goes here. So again, the guy was doing a public service announcement. I give him credit. He wasn't saying, hey, let's sue Bcash. Let's do this. Let's do that. Whatever. And you know what? If the 80% are impulsive enough that they're not going to listen to the shows like this, they're not going to read tweets like this, they're just going to buy Bcash because they think it's cool that it has unconfirmed transactions, then buyer beware. Then that's their fault. They didn't do it. Personal responsibility is the new counterculture. All right. So, I wanted when we're talking about Bcash here, clearly in Asia, there's a different opinion of Bcash. And we've gone over this before. King of the Trolls is based in Asia, first of all. And you know what? That he even exists differentiates Bcash from all the other altcoins out there. Okay, because it is nothing but an altcoin. It is it obviously has a centralized team, but this dude has the goal. He has a goal, and he's got a lot of money. He's got a lot of connections. He's got a lot of determination. He's what's the word I'm looking for? Anyway, he's got a lot of conviction, that he wants to get Bcash to be 100% the value of Bitcoin. He is determined. So this alone, there's no other coin that has someone that is determined to make their coin 100% of the value of Bitcoin. Okay, you know, right now Bcash is what, 17% of the value. He's not satisfied with 17%. He wants it to be 100%. Okay, so like him or hate him, they're always going to have him there doing that, coming up with things. And it's not just him, it's other wealthy people. Other people fall behind him, listen to him, and are part of his team. You can say it's a good thing. You can say that's a bad thing. But it's a unique thing to Bcash. There's nothing like that out there in the altcoin world. You can call Bcash every name in the book. But because they have this guy, King of the Trolls, his money, his determination, his lofty goal, which will never be attained, of getting to the same value of a Bitcoin, it's going to be able to get pumped back up to 20%, to 17%, to whatever, to 15, to 10. It's going to, it's going to jump around. It's all cyclical, but I don't see that cycle ending anytime soon. He's not going broke anytime soon. He's got a lot of followers. He's got people thinking unconfirmed transactions are a good thing, are unique, a unique aspect of why one should get into Bcash. Again, I know that makes no sense at all. All right, on that like button. All right, Matt Odell has another tweet. Huawei, I can't even pronounce that. The world's third biggest handset maker is releasing BTC.com's Bitcoin wallet in its app gallery. It will be pre-installed on all the new Huawei and Honor phones and will be rolled out to older devices. Okay, that's pretty big news. A lot of people are going to have BTC.com wallets. That means a lot of people are going to have they could store Bitcoin. They can also store Bcash. The BTC.com does Bcash also. So that's a news story right there. Thank you, Matt Odell, for sharing that. That's a good one. Here's something that I don't necessarily like. It's called darksidebtc.com. I don't like it as it is right now. Keeping track of attacks against Bitcoin and those behind them. This could be bad because anyone can add to this site. You could just put anyone's name on this site and say that they are an attacker of Bitcoin, a bad actor on Bitcoin. You can call anything a scam. And if you go to the site right now, it's not many people are using it. Which might say something about that, people don't like how it is right now because it's calls a lot of things scams that really aren't scams. You can't call everything a scam, guys. We've been through it. It lumps a lot of things together, a lot of people together who shouldn't be lumped together. So Anyway, anyone can edit it, so maybe it'll get better, and maybe as it gets better, it'll get more popular. But it could get really messy, and people could slander one another on there. And again, this is where the big boys play, so we'll have to deal with it. But yeah, check it out for now. darksidebtc.com. I mean, it could be a valuable history resource for people. Like it says Mike Hearn out there as a bad actor. A lot of people don't know who he is. If someone were to write a detailed explanation of why they think he's a bad actor, who he was, what he did, it would be helpful. And this could be a place where people could decide on their own, well, wait, he doesn't sound like that bad of an actor. Or at least I know who this guy is now. Right now, the site is pretty empty, though. We'll see what it is. And yeah, Matt Odell does have something to do with it. And so does, I forgot the guy's name, the Bitcoin maximalist dude that Andy Hoffman had on his show. He doesn't use his real name. I forgot his name. I haven't had him on my show. He's on the Block Trades show too. What's his darn name? Weatherman. AP Weatherman. He has something to do with it. Oh, I just got $2 from Alvin. Thank you, Alvin, for $2 in a super chat. Value your wealth in Bitcoin. Adam Meister. Darn straight, dude. Darn straight. All right. Here, finally, let's leave it on this note. This is from Janie Gack. Bitcoin is designed to allow you to keep the fruits of your labor. Bitcoin doesn't magically make unproductive people more productive. With that said, larger adoption will be good for a lot of economies, especially underdeveloped ones. Okay, so yeah, if you're in an underdeveloped, if you're in some third world country and you're just sitting on your butt and Bitcoin comes to your country, it's not going to make you a productive person. Now, if a lot of people in your country purchase Bitcoin, it's going to preserve their wealth, which will be good for the country as a whole, because more people will be preserving wealth in that economy. That will be better for the economy. They'll be getting off of that useless, horribly inflationary fiat in that said country. But just because it comes to your country doesn't mean it's going to save you. You're going to have to do something. You're going to have to buy it. You can't just be unproductive. It's not going to magically make you a productive person by it being around you. You got to be proactive. All right. So I'm Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, the Disrupt Meister. Remember to subscribe to this channel, like this video, share this video. Check out the links below. Pound that like button. I'll say hello to you guys in the chat. And this week in Bitcoin, 2 p.m. Eastern time. Tomorrow, I'll remind you about Seattle again then. Bye-bye.